my gosh. Slow. Buddy, it is 8 a.m. and the date is Wednesday, May 29th. And it is slow. It is slow. And there is nowhere to go when it is slow. So anyway, at any rate, we got something. We got a Walgreens and we're headed on over there right now. We're gonna do a little shopping. I'll tell you how much we're getting. Let's see, $9, 3.3 miles. Shopping for 3 items. So yeah, slower than slow as can be. Not much you can do about it. I put on the Walmart Spark, and I was not thrilled with the offers that were coming in from Walmart Spark at all. terrible offers. So I turned that sucker off. I'm like, that's it. I'm done with you. So they can just delete me from their thing. They can do whatever they want. I'm over Walmart Spark. I was sitting there for the longest time, and there was like terrible offers that came in that were really long miles, and the orders that come in. You know, it takes so long to assess whether or not you want to do the order. And by the time you decide, well, maybe I want to do it, somebody snatches it up and it's gone. And so that's frustrating. And so I was just like, you know, I'm used to the other apps and how they function. And I don't know if I'll get used to the Walmart Spark app the way it works. I don't find it to be intuitive and easy to really make a quick decision on whether or not you want to do something or not. Especially, it really comes down to the fact that it doesn't tell you, like the moment the offer first pops up, it doesn't tell you enough information on that initial screen to make a quick decision, to be like, yes, I'll do that job, or no, I won't do that job. It first comes up and it's like a maybe. It's like, okay, well, the money looks good, but how far away is the pickup? And you're like, okay, how many stops are there gonna be? You know, and then you're like, okay, I'm looking at that, and then you're in your mind, you're like you're also thinking about, it says ASAP, or you got to arrive by this time. So there's all these things that are going through your mind, like, am I gonna even arrive on time? So those two factors alone create a situation where you're not even sure whether or not to take it. All right, we're coming up on Walgreens. Let me start showing you the shopping list here. Let me throw up the screen recorder. We'll start recording. We'll arrive at the store. We'll turn on the start shopping. It looks like we're shopping for disinfecting wipes, some tongue cleaners, and a pregnancy test. That looks like about it. That's an odd combination. I'm trying to imagine the customer using all 3 of those items at the same time. Okay, let's go shop. All right, we got the stuff, and it wasn't too bad. I just couldn't find the tongue scraper. And then, of course, the early pregnancy tests. They make so many different kinds, and the packaging never matches the picture. And that is a pain. And the easiest thing to find was like these sanitizing wipes. Those were easiest to find. So we got it all. And now we got to go to an apartment. 5 minutes from here, 2.3 miles. And there was nobody in the store. It was empty, and the lady that helped me, she just started her shift. She was in a trance. She was just trying to shake off her morning and get going, like the rest of us. And that's about all that happened in there. So let's see if there's anything special going on. We have a building number, we have a code number, and then they tell me which gate to go through. So I've been to this complex before. It's been enough years now of doing this job where most places I go now, it's like I've been there. So there's no issues in terms of all that. So I just hope it picks up. I hope it gets a little bit busier. I've already given my doggy the antibiotics this morning. because it was so slow. It's like, well, we might as well get that out of the way, that I don't have to come back and worry about that. I can leave the app running and not have to turn it off in order to take care of the dog's medicine. So I'm not worried about that at all. I just think just got to go with the flow here and get the job done. I did work a little bit this morning on the graphics for the channel. I was having fun with that. Doing the thumbnails, coming up with different design ideas. A lot of people are giving me feedback, and I appreciate that. I appreciate your feedback, everybody. It's helping me to move along with coming up with good ideas for the thumbnails, because they need it. They really need it. I know before I felt the thumbnails were really bad before, and now I feel like they're improving. I don't feel like they're where they should be, but I feel like they are improving. So I'm moving along, and it's all just a process, and I know there's no finish line, especially when it comes to anything that I do. Even making these videos, there's no finish line. It's just, you just do stuff every day, and you're like, wow, this is better, so let's do this for now. And then you get to the point where you're like, okay, I'm tired of that, let's do something different. And so you just keep mixing it up. So, and that's how I function anyway. I'm not a person who's like a perfectionist. I am the complete opposite. I am an imperfectionist. I'm a strong believer in making mistakes. I'm a big believer in doing things until you get it where you like it, and then when you're tired of doing it that way, do it some way else. Do it another way. I am all about that, because life is short. Life is short, and in life, you need to do a lot of silly things to make life interesting. Anybody trying to lead that perfect life, good luck. Good luck trying to lead a life of perfection, because that is so stressful and boring, and nobody cares. Nobody cares but you. Perfectionists think everybody is watching them, and so that's why they do what they do. And the rest of us, we're invisible. We don't care. We know better. Oh, man. So this morning I got up at my usual time and did all my chores this morning, and everything was going just fine. And I turned the app on at promptly, I think like at 6, and I didn't have a shift for Doordash until 7, I think. I think Doordash, they always seem to know the forecast, so they wouldn't even allow me to schedule the shift earlier than 7, and that was days and days ago. So that told me that there was a pretty strong chance it was going to be quiet, and they were right. It was quiet. I think that there was just one offer that came in for like $6, but it was going to leave me in an area that I knew I was going to have to dead mile to get back, and I was like, I ain't dealing with that. Man, we're almost there, not quite. I had to look to see if the building pin was right, and it was right. I love this particular building complex. They clearly always label all of the building numbers very clearly, so there's no question about where you need to go. And I also have it labeled in my Google Maps, just in case. Sometimes it'll be a new customer that's deeper into the complex, and I'll have to take out my map just for that reason. Oh, I gotta hope the call box works. Gate code. Okay, let's try it, because the gates are closed. Let's see if it works. Yeah, it worked. All right, let's move on in. Let's do it. Oh, let's see. I think it's going to be the third building down, I think it is. I don't know for sure, but I know I'll see the number, so I'm not worried about missing it. Dude. Yeah, I think it's going to be slow today, gang. This is not going to be a long video. The one yesterday. When we were stuck in traffic, we had nothing to do but chat, because we were stuck. But not this time. Oh, I think we're here. Yeah, we're here. Let's start hoofing it, everybody. All right, well, we got another one. It's a Sprout shopping order. I didn't think we were gonna get it because it was a match. And normally on the matches, if I don't hit it right away, we don't get it. And I didn't hit it right away. I was like looking at it, just trying to figure out if it made sense for us logistically for where it was at. But it went through. So let me tell you how much we're getting. $11.24, and we're shopping for 9 items, and we're driving 4.7 miles, and it's towards the direction near home, so it worked out. I'm like, okay, well, that's going to take me back towards my towards the nexus, towards the central plexus. And so I thought, okay, that's worth it. And I was at Sprouts just yesterday, so it's fresh in my mind where everything is located. So I figured, oh, why not? And it's UberEats, so we can look at the shopping list and take a look and see what we're shopping for. Let's see. Here we go. We're shopping for sourdough bread, some kind of garbanzo beans. Some types of garbanzo beans, it looks like. And then lemons, dragon fruit, seaweed, some kind of cabbage, a rotisserie chicken. They don't have the rotisserie chicken this early in the morning. It's 8:21. What are people smoking? Are they crazy? They're not going to get a rotisserie chicken this early in the morning. That is like impossible. What do you think they're like? They're like making them like at 3 o'clock in the morning so that you can have a rotisserie chicken for breakfast. Dark chocolate bar and feta crumbles. Everything looks fine. I mean, we'll find it. We're smart. We can figure it out. All right. I shuffled away all of my older videos into members only. So those will sit there and become ancient until, I mean, obviously there are some people who have joined and are members. And so they're watching some of those, but it's not a huge amount of people. So for most part, there'll be many videos that will remain unwatched for probably a long period of time. And that'll be kind of fun and nostalgic when I release them on a day where I'm not working. That'll be interesting. People will wonder, like, why is this video so old? Why are you showing us this old video from months and months ago? I'll have to put it in the community page. I'll have to let people know that I'm not well today, but here's a blast from the past that you guys will enjoy, that you've never seen before. It's not a rerun. It's a never run. Oh my goodness. So yeah, it's all now. Now they're as fresh as can be. They're all next day. So it's a 24-hour turnaround on the videos now. I think I said yesterday's video that I wait for comments back, and I'm like thinking, what's the difference? What's the difference between making people wait one extra day or getting it the next day? Like, I think before I was saying it would be 2 to 3 days before you see the video that I recorded. And I'm like, oh, who cares? What's the difference? I'm like, it's all about making sure that you have some type of content in case you have to go away somewhere or do something. And you have that. It's in the members only section, and they're sitting there. They're sitting there stuck in a queue for members only. And if I need to pull a rabbit out of my hat, I got a rabbit in members only. That's my thought process about it. So I'm like, okay, let's try that. Let's see how well that goes. So I think the only thing now that I keep hearing that people aren't satisfied with is the earnings at the top. But I don't know when I'm going to bring that back, because that takes time. I have to figure out how to make it where I can do that real fast. Just drop those totals in. But I haven't figured it out yet. I haven't figured out a methodology, a structural way to implement the strategy that would create the result that everyone wants to have happen. You know, you guys really want to see the earnings above me constantly. You want to see numbers, digits, you know, the dinero. But I don't have the time at the moment to do it. So I'm just like, well, just leave it for now, and people can just enjoy the conversation and the anticipation of knowing we're headed to a pickup or a drop off. And I don't know, all the other people, I try to look at other people's videos and I'm like, well, nobody else is doing that. Everyone else is doing the conversation, and then they're getting to the place, and they're getting the stuff, and they're getting to the door, and that's it. So I feel like I'm in line with my community of delivery drivers that make videos. So I don't feel like I'm completely slacking in any sort of way. I definitely don't feel like a slacker making these videos. So I'm not thinking that, you know, but I think when I present stuff that's new and people find it to be, you know, an improvement for delivery driver videos, I think that I'm creating a new interest in something, a new aspect of the video that people suddenly realize they desire that. So yeah, I can understand that when I create these different concepts, that people can latch on to some things because they find it to be very entertaining in that way. They're like, wow, I really liked it when he did X, Y, and Z. And then when I remove it, I can see why you would be a little bit perturbed. You would be a little bit miffed in the regards to not being able to get that, since you know it was happening before. So I just have to think about how to do it production-wise, so that way it doesn't eat up my day, you know, take up all my time. All right, we're almost here. I have the chicken. All right, well, I got all the stuff, and I don't think it was too hard. I was a little bit worried about the kimchi and the seaweed, and then of course the Panamanian beans. Those type of items are very strange to us Americans, so we're not exactly sure where those things are. So it turned out that the kimchi is a refrigerated item, because I didn't even know what kimchi was. I think, as I recall, people use that for like digestive health or something. And then, so it was refrigerated. It was over near the eggs. So, but there was tofu in the section, so it made sense. Okay, well, this is an Asian thing. So I'm like, all right, I understand. And then the seaweed, I didn't know if seaweed had to be refrigerated or not. I'm like, does seaweed have to be refrigerated? And I was like, no, it's like freeze dried. So it was over in the section where all the Indian food was, which that confused me too. I'm like, why is this in the Indian section? That's what the sign said. It said Indian food. But it wasn't Indian. I guess Indian is considered to be in the Asian grouping, I guess. But then so was the Panamanian garbanzo beans, whatever the hell they were. Those were in the Indian section too. And that's South American. So I don't know. I was confused, but I let it go. I just was going with the flow, and I got everything. I don't think there was a single item I missed that I had to worry about a substitute or anything. So we're good. And then there was no line. There was just one person in front of me, and that was it. And they went ahead, and then I got my turn and got my stuff. So now we're going 2 minutes from here, 0.8 miles, and it is an apartment. We have a gate code. They say to come through on the first building when you enter on the left. So good news. Should be easy to find. So yeah, so I got all that done, and then I should probably turn on Doordash now to see if anything else will come in, since it's so slow. Oh, we have no internet, of course. So yeah, it was so slow that I was just like, let me try again. There it goes. So yeah, it was just like, I think it makes sense for me to put on the other app immediately, because We're in desperate times today, everyone. We may only do a few deliveries. There may be maybe one or two more, and then the day will be over because there's just nothing going on. So, oh wow, something big came in from Staples. Oh no, we don't go over there. That's over near the Strip. No wonder they're paying so much. They're desperate. It's like keep fishing, guy. We ain't doing that job. I don't care what you're paying. We are not delivering to you on the Strip. Something else is coming in, $8.50. But no, we got to go to two different places. I'm declining that. Oh, we're here at the gate. Oh, all right, let's punch in the code. I don't know the code. Let me look. Hold on, everybody. We're in. What did she say? Did she say turn left or turn right?
Turn left to stay on Carnegie.
Turn left in the front. Okay, it's turn left. Okay, I'm turning left. And let's see. Is it this way? It says building number. That's not building number whatever. Where's building number whatever? That's not it. And that's not it. It's the first. Here it is. It's the second building. She lied. She's like, it's the first building. I'm like, no, it's not. It's the second building. You were wrong, lady. All right, let's go drop it. Right, another successful delivery has been done. So a couple of orders came in, but they were no good. Garbage. And then the customer messaged me while I was walking. She said, just leave it at the door. Because I think it was a meet at the door. And she said, just leave it at the door. So that's what I did. And now we're in waiting mode, and I'm sure we'll be waiting a long time. Because I'm smelling a slow day, and it smells smelly. It smells stinky. A stinky slow day. And I have committed to not filming if it's slow. So if it's slow, there's no show. Excuse me. If it's slow, no show. And that's all there is to it. Because I was finding anytime I did recording at home, I found the lighting not to be very good, and then I find myself to be going off topic when I'm at home. And it's important for the channel to stay on topic because it's all about delivery and the gig apps and all that stuff. It's not about me that's a supplemental thing. Supplemental is our discussions about whatever we happen to be doing to pass the time when we're trying to get to our destinations. But if I'm stuck at home, there is no destination. We're just stuck. So I'm like, that's boring. I mean, to me, it's boring. When I review the videos, and I shuffled off a lot of those videos to the member section because I was like, I don't care about none of this stuff. And I was watching it. It was not impactful to me. Not that what we're doing now is impactful, but it just seemed different. It didn't seem like it went with other stuff. That's just my opinion. You probably would watch and be like, these are great. These are great videos. Why aren't you showing it to us? We want more of them. I'm like, I have to use my own judgment. I can't just continuously go on what everybody says because I get a lot of opposing opinions on things. Ultimately, I just got to figure things out sometimes for myself. And if I make mistakes, that's okay. I don't care. It's on me. It's on me and only me. UberEats, $6.09 for 12 miles. No. All right, I'll let you know when something comes in. All right, it's 9:37 a.m. and we got a Vaughn shopping one. It isn't fantastic, but it's not horrific. It is $14.50 for 5 miles, and we have to shop for 16 items. So it's fine. It's nothing stellar, but we'll just deal with it. I was at home for a while. I had myself a cheese stick, and I had a granola bar thing. I had some pears, and I was just chilling out, chillaxing. I was working on my thumbnails again. I had originally, after somebody's comment, I tried to put some type of photography behind, in the background that were like a sepia tone or whatever you call it, or a monotone of that teal color. And then I was like, do I like this? I go, I need to sit with it for a while and decide, because it kind of like showed me, and it made it look like I was at the location. It was like at a McDonald's or a coffee shop or something. So it looked like I was at a location. And the whole point was trying to make it so that the icons didn't look too similar, what people would think it was the same video. So that way, even though I looked slightly different in each thumbnail, I still looked similar in positioning, I guess you could say. So possibly somebody who may have seen the previous day's video may have thought that the thumbnail was the exact same thumbnail from the previous day, and therefore it wasn't a new video. So I was assessing that out, and I was like, okay, well, let me try a little bit of photoshopping here and see if I like it. And I sat with it for a few hours. I came back home and looked, and I was like, it looks too busy. I don't like it. So I did something else. So you can see in the thumbnails now, I'm doing still some more subtle things with color to try to differentiate them some more, but I still want them to seem like they're a part of the same family. And I don't want them to be busy, so I don't want them to be too cluttered. So I don't know, even though I was doing like the shopping bags of the UberEats and the Doordash bags, and I was like, you know what, that kind of looks busy too. They're a little too prominent. So, but I'm not exactly sure how to resolve it all, because there's certain things that I want to have happen. Like, I want people to immediately know it's a Doordash UberEats video. So, and showing the bags, of course, does that immediately. But as you do it repetitiously, your mind is thinking, well, is this gonna make them each look the same? Maybe in each video I should reposition the bags. I'll probably do that. I'll scale and reposition the bags in each thumbnail, so that way visually the bags are not in the same location or at the same scale in each thumbnail. And that will definitely make it look different, because people will realize, oh no, the bags were the bags were over here in the last thumbnail. And then as far as the background goes, I'm just going to try different types of textures and patterns that are still in that same teal color, so that will make them differentiate, and it won't be just those same circles that are appearing behind me. It's so funny that I have to talk about all this stuff. I know that has nothing to do with delivery driving, but it has to do with my channel. So that still relates, and you guys participate in it. So that was on my mind. So I was working on that since it was slow and nothing was going on. There was just nothing happening. I was watching another YouTube channel. I think it was Mushy Moo, I think it's called. He's always finding stuff on the internet to say it's the end of Doordash, and I was just being entertained by his. He's like a podcaster like me. He does just a lot of talking. He does very little actual showing of the deliveries, unlike me though. But he does a lot of talking like me, and his videos no one's videos are as long as mine though. I'm the record breaker for gabbing away about absolutely nothing. So but his videos, he tries to find topics. So his topic today, I think, was something about people being kicked off of Doordash for not accepting every offer. That was his theory anyway. He says because these people don't have a good acceptance rate, that they were getting blocked off of DoorDash, and he found that like on a Reddit or something. So I was just watching that video. It was entertaining, and then I was like, oh, I got this offer that came in. I had to do it. So hold on. Now we got to go to the shopping. Let me pull up the shopping and see what we're shopping for. Screen recorder, start recording, skip the countdown, start shopping. Cat food, cat toys. It's all cat stuff. Cat. Oh, this is going to be a breeze. I thought this was going to be hard. This is a total breeze. This is totally worth it. Oh, we didn't make the light. We'll get the next one. All right. Well, now we know what we're shopping for. It's really simple. We're just going to be in the pet aisle the whole time. So this will be a snap, so that's a relief, and so yeah. So I think that that if you have a low acceptance rate and you're worried, well then just start accepting everything. If you're really worried, I'm not worried, but for people that are worried, go for it. Start accepting everything. I never try to give you advice about how to do your job because everybody's in a different situation. You may be needing every bit of money you can get, and you don't care about your car one bit. All it is you got to get that cash in the bank to pay your bills. So you just go. You just start pressing accept to everything you can, so that at the end of the day you got some money in your kitty. And as far as other people, I don't blame them either. Maybe they're worried about their car, and and they can't afford to get another car, and so they really have to watch it on what offers they accept, because they cannot be without a car. They cannot financially afford to purchase another car, yet they need the money to still deliver. So you still have to be picky. So just keep being picky and don't worry about it. And if they kick you off the app, just find something else. But you cannot afford to lose your car if you financially can't afford to lose it, which most people can. But I think that the people that are accepting the offers no matter what, I think they either really need the money or they're just not concerned about the car at the moment. They're just concerned about just keeping busy and making that cash. All right, we're turning into the Vons. Alright, well that was pretty horrible. I thought it would be easy, and it wasn't. First off, what happened was, because you guys all like to know what happens. First off, when I went to get a shopping cart, the shopping cart that I first grabbed, the wheels were broken. Then the second shopping cart I tried to grab, it was stuck to another shopping cart and wouldn't come loose. So I had to walk to the other end where they had some more shopping carts, and then when I grabbed one of those shopping carts, a bunch of snotty teenagers or young people, they weren't teenagers, snotty young people came out with attitude, like I was in their way as I was coming out of the Vons. So that was irritating, and that sort of set the mood for the rest of the shopping experience. I had once I got in to the store, it turned out there was more than just cat items that I had to get. I guess the internet was lagging over here, so it didn't reveal to me everything I needed to get. So there was many more items that I needed beyond the cat items. So that was disappointing. That was a disappointment, everyone, and was ticking me off. So I got everything, but unfortunately there was one item I couldn't figure out where it was. It was some type of fruit juice drink, and for the life of me I couldn't figure out where it was. And the last remaining items to get were frozen items, and I couldn't get them until I got this stupid fruit juice that the person wanted. And that particular juice was only in one location. There's many different locations where they keep refrigerated juice drinks, and this particular one just happened to be at the end cap near the produce, but you can't see it unless you actually physically walk over there, because if you're in the produce section you visually don't see it, because I was there looking for it and I didn't see it. And then I went to the complete opposite end of the store near the deli, and I asked this man did he know where it was, and he said to me, "I don't work here." But he looked like he worked there. He had all this stuff and he was dressed like he worked there, but he didn't. It was coincidental that he happened to look like a Vons worker. So I said, "Oh, sorry." And then I saw another Vons worker, and he was talking on the telephone. And I said, and you could tell by his body language, he did not want to be bothered by me asking him about where something was. Oh, it was called Naked Juice. That's what it was called, Naked Juice. And so you saw that I found it in the previous segment. So I found it after I talked to this older guy, and he was so slow-witted when I was talking to him. I said, "Excuse me, sir, do you know where this is, the Naked Juice?" And his response was, "Yeah." And I said, "Well, can you please tell me where it is?" So he told me where it was. Man, I wanted to laugh so hard when he did that. I was like, "This is unbelievable." I'm like, your response to me is, "Yeah." And then he was like, "Yes, period." And then there was a dead silence. It wasn't yes, let me think a minute. It wasn't yes, where is it? Yes, I think it is, There was nothing. It was just yes. It totally cracked me up. But I couldn't laugh. I was like, I can't laugh at some older person. He probably has a memory issue. So he was processing. There was like a loading symbol above his head. So he was trying to figure out where it was, even though he said he knew where it was. So he did, and I got it. Oh, that cracked me up. So, so then I gathered up everything I needed, and I headed to the checkout. And now I wanted to show you this graphic that appeared at the end of the checkout. This is new. Normally, when you check out, you just get a barcode that you scan, and that gives them the member ID number for the market, and then you scan all your stuff, and then you pay with your credit card. But this time it said no, there's a new thing now called scan and pay. So there's a barcode that shows up on the app after you press the button on their self-checkout, and the button says scan and go. So all I had to do was press the scan and go, and then use their barcode gun and scan the barcode, and the transaction was complete. It basically inputted the member ID number, gave the discounts, and it paid. Everything was instant, so it was awesome. So it's like, wow, this is great. I like that feature. I don't have to worry about having any problems with the card being read. So that worked out really good. So that was new. It says it's an apartment. Where am I going? Uh-oh. I gotta turn around. It's taking me the wrong way. The fun never ends. Hang on, everybody. I'll be back. Alright, well, we're in the complex. I pulled over because I have to find out where this place is in this apartment complex, because it's so big, and I don't trust them. They said my destination is on the left. Oh, I guess I passed it. So I've got to now turn around. Oh boy. So it just goes to figure I would be right near it, and the navigation is basically telling me I passed it. Oh man, these people. Okay, I'm following what you're saying, navigation. I'm looking for it. You're saying it's straight ahead? Yeah, it's this building straight ahead. Oh yeah, I just passed it. All right, well, let's figure out where to go to get to it. It's so easy to read the numbers. All right, well, let's turn around. Let's try the other way. This is a lot of fun. This just adds to the pleasure of this job. Let's go over here. I'm at the right building, so I know I'm here. So I'll just park and dance around the building. We'll do a little dance together. All together now. Let's dance around the building. Let's go. A relief. I thought I was gonna have to do my dance around the building, but it was right there, so that was fortunate. So we're back to square one again. We don't have anything going on. It's 10:20. There's about an hour left in the day, so we'll see how it goes next. Oh man, you would think if it's slow like this I would be having a good day because I'd be so relaxed, but I don't know why I think we're getting in situations that are not easy, and it causes stress. I think that's what it is. Like this particular apartment complex and not having a gate code, and there's all these people waiting for me to pull up to the gate so they can get in because they're stuck. That's so funny. They have the same problem I do. They're like, we can't get in. This stupid gate. I'm like, yep, it's a stupid gate, all right. I don't know why. It's like, why don't you during the daytime, why don't you just leave the gate open? It's not dangerous. If you have a lot of crime, I understand. If you live in a crime-ridden area, then you would have to keep it closed even during the daytime. But there's no reason that you have to keep it closed during the daytime. Doesn't make any sense. I mean, what are you worried that people are going to park there illegally and use it for the free parking? There's nothing like that over here where you would have to worry about such a thing. So I don't know. Or maybe because people feel like they pay for the security. You know, I mean, they got stalkers, so they have to pay for that. You know, when they purposely move there to keep their stalker ex-husbands away from them or something like that. So I think I could think. But the stalker ex-husband could easily get in. You just wait for somebody to come out and they go in. So it's a false sense of security. There's no real security by that gate. It's just an irritant for us regular folk that have to do deliveries. I like how everything I do is centered around us and our delivery. It's all about us. It's all about us doing our job. It's that we don't think about anybody else. But that, you know what's funny is that's how the world really is. People in general are selfish. We all are. We all think about ourselves because everything's coming from our own perspective. You know, we are on the inside looking out. So when we see things that irritate us, most of the time that we're irritated is because from our perspective it's irritating us. But in reality, it's really not. It's not an issue. It is our own drama internalizing that's creating the irritant. And it would be less irritating if we understood, as a whole why it was happening. We'd be more. That's why they tell people try to be more understanding. Like if you get upset, you have to immediately tell yourself, I gotta calm down and try to understand this situation. So that way I don't get so upset. But just as human beings, our own nature is to be very self-absorbed into whatever the heck is happening and think that everything is a personal attack. That happens a lot with people who when people give them advice, because I'm a graphic designer, I do art, I've constantly being critiqued and told, people's opinions. So I never take it personal what people say as far as like my designs or whatever input they want to give me, because I find it to be informative, because it's giving me information that other people are perceiving of my work. So I actually find that to be a positive thing, even if it's negative. Even if they say my artwork looks like garbage, I don't care. I'm like, oh, okay. And I try to figure out, I wonder why this person didn't like it. And I try to analyze it from their perspective. And it ultimately, it doesn't sway my decision on what I'm going to do, but it provides me insight on what's happening. But, but it's so funny how for other things, like if somebody tells me, some comment about what I'm wearing, like, oh, that shirt makes you look fat, I get irritated, because that's none of their business. I'm like, that's none of your business how I look in my clothes. It's like, keep that to yourself, because that's offensive. So, but yeah, because I think that everybody, I don't know how I got off on that tangent, but anyway, I think that that when it comes to situations that happen, we have to realize the world is not out to get us. Staples, $10.75 for 16 miles. No, it's from Doordash. No, we have to always remind ourselves the world isn't out to get us. When bad things happen to everybody. It's just random stuff. So you got to just shake it off. That's why I always tell myself when I get mad, shake it off. I go take advice from Taylor Swift and shake it off. All right, we just got a $5 for 1.5 miles, and I forgot to screen capture it because I was so caught up in what I was saying previously. I went into a total trance. So we're pulling up now to Subway, and it's 1.5 miles, and we're gonna get $5. And that's it. No graphic today. No graphic for you. Okay, we got it. We got the drink. We got the Subway. UberEats, $2.04. Go away. Okay, we're offline with UberEats. And let's see where we're going to. We're going 5 minutes away, 1.3 miles. We were literally right next to the Subway when the offer came in. So we scored on this one, I suppose. I'm like in a fog right now. I could feel it. I can feel myself going into a trance because this day was not up to snuff. I felt like we were gonna do much better today for making the money, and we were not today. We're not making the money, but tomorrow's another day. I've got to keep a positive attitude about it. I've got to remind myself about the fun of driving and just delivering and just taking it easy throughout the day. I think I'm in a competitive mode. I think when I started off the morning working on my thumbnails and really trying to be successful with the graphics on my channel, I think that activated a part of my brain to be competitive. Because there's something about doing stuff that relates to my previous life of doing graphic design that activates my competitive nature. And I think that's what it was. So that bled into what I'm doing right now. It's bleeding into my delivering. And instead of me just feeling like this is for fun, somehow my mind is feeling like this should be a competition, and I need to excel at doing this. And of course, then that's making me mad because I'm not excelling. I'm totally not having a good day as far as profitability. I'm having a good day as far as like the weather's nice. It's 88 degrees. It's warm. It's sunny. There's no wind. the traffic's not bad, so everything's just fine. It really has a lot to do with just my perspective. I have a skewed perspective on what's happening right now. My mind is telling me that I'm not up to snuff. I'm not meeting my I'm not meeting the challenges, and you have to really raise the bar, and you have to be, you have to be really high caliber in what you're doing. And I really don't. It's just the ingrained past of my previous life that is pushing that on me. It's sending those messages to the brain. There's a lot of stuff that happens inside the brain that we don't even think about. We're coming up on the gate code. There's a lot of things we don't even consider that affects our mood. All right, let me enter the gate code here. Sometimes this gate box doesn't work at this particular place. I have to hum the gate code and say that loud. Oh, it worked. We are in. I think this is just a leave at the door, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see. Oh, it's a contactless delivery. Ugh. That means I can't film. Oh, let me show you the house. We're in the community. These houses are very nice. They're quite large, single story. Some of them are about 4,000 to 5,000 square feet. And they have beautiful facades, but not much front yard if I have to think of something that's critical. Let's see, is this one coming up here? Oh, I've delivered to this one. This person the last time was not very generous with the tip, but it's been probably a year since I've been over here. All right, I'll leave the camera on because I can't film. So first I'll exit, I'll complete the delivery, I'll make a phone call to make sure that they're there. Hello, is anyone there? No, nobody's there. All right, nobody answered the phone. Oh well. We will now move on to saying we left it at the front door. Front door. Take a photo. All right, we're making our way in. Here we go. All right, that's done. All right, we got our 5 buckaroonies. I'll leave it for now so you guys can see the neighborhood because it still looks good on the way out. I'm turning that back on UberEats, and then we'll see if anything else comes in as we make our way back to the secret base. That wasn't too bad. That was an easy one. It was an easy $5. Not too bad, not too shabby. I think the worst thing was the contactless delivery. You guys do contactless delivery. You know what a pain it is. It is one of those things that you just shake your head in disbelief that there's such an option. Because it's contactless and it's the most contacted, which it would be. It is the feature that does the most contact of any of the other features for contactless delivery. It is outrageous. Oh, let me turn it back around. Back to me. Yeah, the contactless delivery method is a total joke. I really don't even understand. How can it be called contactless when you have to contact them? It says contact the customer for contactless delivery. It's a complete opposite of what they just said. Ridiculous. All right, well, hopefully something comes in. The day's almost over. We got less than an hour. All right, everybody, the day is over. This slow, miserable day is at an end. And you can see the graphics have now been put up, and you can see all the goodies. You can see how much money we made. We made lots and lots of money. We're rich. We made so much damn money. You can see the miles. You can see the ratings. You can see how much we rejected lots of offers and how many people loved us with those 5-star ratings that they give us for great delivery service. And that's the end of the show, everybody. Hopefully tomorrow's episode will be filled with a lot more happenings. Today's was not so rosy, and it didn't have a lot of happenings. But there's always tomorrow, everybody. So hang in there. We'll be back again tomorrow. All right, take care. Bye for now.